For the case, I chose the Corsair R540. This case is a part of the Carbide series. This case has a dual chamber direct airflow pass designed for outstanding cooling potential. For the motherboard, I chose the Gigabyte Black Edition LGA. This motherboard supports Intel 1150 socket. This motherboard has an ATX form factor and it supports up to 5 PCI slots. This processor has 4 cores and 8 threads and it supports the 1150 socket. For the graphic card, I went with MSI. I chose the GTX 980 4G. This graphic card has a memory of 4GB GDDR5 and this graphic card requires a 500 watt power supply. Out of this graphic card, you can get a max display of 4096 by 2160. And of course, for this build you need a powerful power supply. I went with the EVGA Supernova 850 G2. This power supply is 80 plus gold certified with up to 90% efficiency. For the RAM, I went with 16GB Corsair Vengeance Pro. This RAM is a DDR3 with a speed of 2133 MHz. For the hard drive, I went with the Toshiba Desktop 7200. This hard drive worked with a serial ATA or STA enabled desktop computers and it has a 64MB cache. For the optical drive, you really don't need anything fancy. I went with the Samsung 24X DVD burner. For this build, I chose to go with an SSD and I chose the Crucial MX100. This SSD has a 512GB and it has a read speed of 550 MB per second and a write speed of 300 to 500 MB per second. In this build, I chose to go with an operating system and I chose Windows 8.1. Many may prefer Windows 7, but for this build I went with Windows 8.